This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, I'm going to have Shas Rabbi Glatstein, Parshas Sisa. We're going to begin with Davar, Yafeh, the connections between Sisa and the Zman Hashana, which of course is Chodesh Adar, and the Yom Tov of Purim, Haba Aleinu L'Tova. As we know, we are within 30 days of Purim, of course. And why is this not opening? Okay. Oh, we're in within 30 days of Purim. The Chida and the Chomes Anach has a very lengthy drush on the opening pasuk of Sisa, referencing that it's a remez to the hanging of Haman. He brings from Rabbi Glatstein of Garmaiza and the Sefer Sharei Bina that Moshe Rabbeinu somehow saw the hanging of the head. He thought it was Mordechai, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu showed him that it was indeed Haman, and somehow this is alluded to in the pasuk Ki Sisa es Rosh Bnei Yisrael, that the elevation of head of the Bnei Yisrael is Mordechai. Ayin Sham in the Chida, but the Chida interprets the first pasuk as a reference to the hanging of Haman. But I would like to share with you some original insights in connecting the Parsha to the Zman Hashana. First of all, obviously, we read about the Machzas HaShekel, and that's for sure Yafeh B'itai, because we want to be makdim our shkalim to Haman shkalim. That's the reason why we read Parsha Shkalim next Shabbos is Parsha Shkalim. The Gemara Megillah on Yud Gimel on Beis brings from Reish Lakish that HaKadosh Baruch Hu foresaw that Haman would mete out Shkalim in order to destroy Klal Yisrael, and therefore we preempt him. V'hainu da amrinan be'echad ba'adar mashmiyim al hashkalim. We start collecting the Machzas HaShekel on Rosh Chodesh Adar when the Beis HaMikdash stood, in order to preempt Haman. Likewise, I would suggest that's why we read Ki Sisa in anticipation, in preparation, so to speak, to preempt Haman. In the Sefer Chamra Tava, on Parshas Ki Sisa, he brings that shekel is, which is 430, half of it is 215. Adar is Gematria 205. So 215 and 205 is 420, which is the Gematria of Ki Sisa. So Ki Sisa is Gematria Machzas HaShekel with Adar, a remez that we collect the Machzas HaShekel Rosh Chodesh Adar. And what's amazing is the Gemara in Chulin says Mordechai ben Atayra Minalan, which the Gemara says Mar Darar. The Targum is Meira Dachia, which is in our Parsha, of course. And the Chamra Tava again gives an amazing remez that since Mordechai is learned from Mar Darar, the beginning of the pasuk Kach Lecha Besamim Roish, which is the gematria of the Yichus of Mordechai, Yair Shimi Kish. The gematria of Kach Lecha Besamim Roish is Yair Shimi Kish. Furthermore, there's a very prominent equivalency and similarity between the Chet HaEgel and what happened in the times of Haman. These were the only two times in history there was a gezerah on the Jewish people of shmad, of complete eradication. In the times of the Egel, heref mimeni ve'ashmidem. The gezerah of Haman was lahashmid, laroig, uliabed. Rav Hutner says that these were the only two times in history where there was a gezerah of shmad on all of Klal Yisrael. Now, the Rav Hutner says there was one difference though. In the times of the Egel, Klal Yisrael did not know about the decree. It was only in Shamayim. Therefore, on Yom Kippur, which is a kapara for the Egel, it's kuloi lashem. It is observed entirely in the world of spirituality. Purim, the gezerah, was nikar ba'aretz. Therefore, Purim is lachem. And in our humble sefer, Magdar Kia on Purim, we bring from the Pachad Yitzchak in the name of the Gra, that really Purim and Yom Kippur together form one entity, one Yom Tif. Purim and Yom Kippur together form one Yom Tif. So it comes out that at the Zman of Purim we read about the Egal. Why? Listen carefully. Rabbi Yitzchak Isaac Chaver adds, and we bring this in our humble sefer, that Purim is mashlim what Yom Kippur is missing. Yom Kippur is a beautiful day of kapara. The only thing is it's missing mishteh. It's missing simchas Yom Tif. We fulfill that on Purim. So we read about the Chedo Egal Purim time, because how do we get kapara for the Egel? Yom Kippur, but Yom Kippur is missing something. So we're mashlim it with Purim. So Purim allows us really to gain a full kapara for the Egel, because what Yom Kippur is missing, Purim is mashlim. Now, my friend Rabbi Yisrael Eliezer Levi suggested that the pasuk says, "Lama Yomru Mitzrayim Lemar Bira'a Hoitziam." Why should Egypt say that God took us out Bira'a? Rashi says there's a certain star called Ra'a. Which star is that? Rabbeinu Bechaye identifies it as Mars, Ma'adim. Maral says that Haman came from Ma'adim. The gematria of Haman is Ma'adim. And just like Ma'adim wants to eradicate, Haman wanted to destroy. So therefore there's a very eerie parallel that Lama Yamiru Mitzrayim Leimahar Bira'a. Bira'a. So why Bira'a? Bira'a and Haman are synonymous. Because Bira'a is Ma'adim and Haman was Ma'adim. Now it comes out, very interesting, if you look in Rav Shlomo Kluger, he brings that Haman wanted to give the Machzas HaShekel to Achashverosh in order to arouse the Ched HaEgal. So just like by the Ched HaEgal, there was a danger, Bira HaYitziam, there's a danger of Mazal Madim. Well, when Haman aroused again the Ched HaEgal, he was trying to awaken Ched HaEgal. Okay. Now finally, many people wear masks on Purim. Raise your hand if you wear a mask on Purim. Dr. Goodnick, do you wear a mask on Purim? No, you don't want to admit? Dr. Goodnick, what kind of mask do you wear? It's okay, you're a Napoleon mask, Shakespeare, the Merchant of Venice. Many people wear masks. Where does this come from? So we suggested that there is a very solid source of wearing a mask on Purim from this week's Parsha. We know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu sealed the covenant with us with the Torah Sheba'al Peh. Why with the Torah Sheba'al Peh? With the Torah Shebechsav there's no covenant. The ink is written on parchment. But with the Torah Sheba'al Peh, a person's mouth and mind become the parchment of the Torah Sheba'al Peh. And by doing so, a person becomes one with the Torah. By the Luchos HaRishonos, Moshe's face was not shining. But by the Luchos Shniyos, where now the Torah Sheba'al Peh was written on Moshe. You see, by Luchos Rishonos, the Beis HaLevi says, the Torah Sheba'al Peh was written on the Luchos. It's a little known fact that by the first Luchos, the entirety of the oral law was inscribed on the Luchos. But the Torah Sheba'al, with the Luchos Shniyos, Hashem taught the Torah Sheba'al Peh to Moshe orally. Now the Torah Sheba'al Peh is on Moshe himself. And therefore, we find that by the Luchos Shniyos, when Moshe Rabbeinu came down from Har Sinai, his face was shining. Why was his face shining? Because now he became the very entity of the Torah itself. So what do we see from here? That when you accept the Torah Sheba'al Peh, it illuminates the whole guf, and Moshe had to wear a mask. So therefore we suggested that on Purim, when we are makabel the Torah Sheba'al Peh. So we have a certain elevation where, in a way, we too, like Moshe Rabbeinu, become the very klaf of the Torah Sheba'al Peh. So we wear the mask to indicate that by accepting the Torah Sheba'al Peh, La Yehudim Hoysa Oira, that we ourselves begin to illuminate. And just like Moshe had to put on his face a masveh, it is a sign of the Kabbalas HaTorah, of the Luchais Shniyos, which we re-accepted on Purim Hadra Kibluha Bimei Achashverosh. Okay, that's first offering for today.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.